I make low quality MMA videos, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about who I think is gonna be the lightweight champion in the UFC by the end of 2025. I've also done featherweight and bantamweight, and I will do the other ones. Stay tuned. I don't know when they'll come out, but they will. And yeah, I'm starting off here with who I think has the number one likelihood chance of becoming the champion. But I also will talk about three others. So, yeah. Obviously, Islam Makhachev is the current champion, and I think it will remain that way. The way I see it, I think he might have two fights left this year, meaning that there's two chances for him to lose his title, obviously. His first one will be against Dustin Poirier. I don't think he's gonna lose that fight. And looking at the top five, it really doesn't matter to me if he fights Arman, if he fights Charles, if he fights anybody, Connor. I think Islam smashes them all, especially Poirier. Poirier is going to come in here with the boxing, and Islam is not going to stand there and box with him. He's going to kickbox and go for a takedown. Yeah, I mean, instead of telling you guys why I think Islam is going to be number one, I'm just going to now talk about the others and why I think they're going to fall short. So let's start off with the second guy with the most likely chance. You might have thought I would say Poirier, since Poirier kind of has a really high likelihood of winning since he's guaranteed to fight him, you know. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think he's going to win. Islam versus Arman could potentially happen at the end of the year in Saudi, because there are rumors a couple of days ago that there's going to be a big event in Saudi at the end of the year. They said it could be the start of 2025, but I'm going to assume that it's like for December or something. That's like 6 months away from Islam versus Poirier. Should be plenty of time for Islam. I mean, I know he doesn't take a lot of fights, but in 6 months, I think he can. Depends on obviously how much damage he takes. I'm gonna assume he takes that fight, and I think Arman Tsarukyan has a more higher chance of beating Islam than Dustin Poirier does. And that is mainly because they've already fought before, and it was pretty competitive. Arman has the wrestling to not just like sit on his back and get out grappled or get submitted by Islam. You know, Islam usually submits people. He doesn't just like sit on them. But Arman, he got up. He kept getting up. They had good back and forth stand up. Arman, he's smaller, like in frame wise, but I mean, he still had good boxing in there. He can throw some good kicks. I think he's better than Dustin Poirier. That's why I have him as number two, as the second most likely to win the belt. It's just with all of the skills he has, I think Islam also has all of those same skills, and he's just a bigger guy, more experience, and just because they have the same skills, Islam still has, like, his skills are more developed. So, I mean, Arman is just, like, a weaker version of Islam without the submissions, because he actually doesn't get submissions, you know? Really rare. I don't know if I've seen him do that yet. But, yeah, you know, he's still a really good fighter. That's why I have him at number two. Let's talk about the third most likely guy to win the belt, and that is Dustin Poirier. You know, he is fighting Islam. Will he beat Islam? I don't think he has a shot. I think he's gonna come in there, try to box with Islam, and Islam's not gonna stand there and box with him. You know, he might pretend he is. They'll start off maybe. You know, you already know how they're gonna do it. He'll throw like a jab, go straight for the dick. Poirier, he's gonna try the guillotine. If it works, I mean, dude, that'd be the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, because I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think Islam's going to expect it, even if he gets caught in it. Just like what's his name, Khabib. I think he'll ride it out until Poirier's arms get tired. I don't think he'll go to sleep. Yeah, I don't even think that situation's actually gonna even happen. I think Islam's gonna take him down, beat him up, and then maybe do it again, rinse and repeat. Maybe submitting him in the second or third round. But I don't think Poirier's gonna have much success in this fight because he's not gonna be allowed to have the boxing war that he wants to have. And we've even seen these guys like Umar. When he got cracked, he went straight for the dick. And then that fight with his last fight, Umar Nurmagomedov, he just went straight for the dick after getting rocked right away in the stand up, and they did not have a stand up for the rest of the fight. So I mean, even if Poirier lands a surprising punch on Islam, who doesn't have the greatest chin, I don't think he's going to get knocked out with just one single punch. At most, he'll get super rocked and go for the dick, go for a takedown. And yeah, if he realizes he can't strike with Poirier at all, he's more than capable of using his kicks on the outside. And then when Poirier gets in close, I think he's going to be much stronger than him and be able to take him down with ease. As a bonus, though, I will throw in Michael Chandler because of that Saudi Arabia card. If Arman for some reason gets injured or doesn't want to fight Islam, or for whatever reason, same month Chandler is gonna fight Conor McGregor, and if he beats Conor McGregor, I don't see why you don't give him a title shot, especially if Arman doesn't want it. I think Arman deserves it over Chandler, but with that kind of star power now, after just if he can beat Conor McGregor, yeah, I think that's a great fight to make. And just because, if they do make it, his chances are pretty good, honestly. Not really. By pretty good, I mean they're pretty good for the first 1 or 2 minutes of the first round when Michael Chandler is super explosive because of Islam's one loss ever, where, he did get that little flash knockout situation going on. But unless Michael Chandler does that, I think he's going to get submitted. Yeah. And it'll probably be in the first round because Michael Chandler will probably get taken down, explode back up, explode some more, get taken down again, maybe explode again. No, actually, just because of how much he can explode, he probably won't get submitted until the second round. He might. Yeah, I think after the first round of 5 minutes of exploding nonstop out of bad situations, like when Islam's getting his neck, he's going to explode and get out of there somehow. We're going to be like, oh my God, how did he do such a thing? Maybe even getting I don't know, I could see him, even almost like trying to pick up Islam, and that's how he gets submitted because of his explosiveness in the second round. But, yeah, that's why I don't think that 1 or 2 minutes that he has, I doubt that Islam's going to fall for anything with low IQ Chandler here, That's what I think. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Islam has the highest chance of remaining champion 2025? Or does Arman beat him? Does Poirier beat him? Or do you guys think someone else is going to be able to beat him? Like, I don't know. Definitely not Conor, but let me know who you guys think. And welterweight's coming soon.